Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Leslie, and today we're here with a little sip and chill. Today's Friday night and I am not going out with the girls or my man. I'm just staying in tonight, so I thought what would be a better chance to come in here and have a little chit chat. So the other day I was talking to my homegirl and she was asking me relationship questions with her and her new dude, and I was just trying to give her my advice a little bit. So I thought maybe I should come on here on YouTube and talk to my subscribers and get their opinion on situations. In my phone I have a list of questions that she was asking me, and I'm going to give y'all the answers based on my opinion. I want y'all to drop down in the comments and give me your opinion on the questions. So if you're ready to sip and chill and relax on this Friday night, just keep on watching. Okay, so first y'all need to pour me up a glass of wine, because what's a girl's chit chat without some wine? So like I said before, I have some questions in my phone. I'm just going to read them off and then I will give my opinion on the questions. Okay, so the first question says, do you think couples need to have similar interests to be compatible? And my answer to that is yes. Like, of course couples need to have similar interests. Like, how else would y'all get along? I mean, I don't feel like that you need to have everything. Y'all need to have everything the same interests, because my man likes football. I don't like football, but I like basketball. So, and he likes basketball. So those are some interests that we both have and some things that we don't have. Like, he loves to eat seafood. I hate seafood. I just feel like you don't have to have the same interest in every single thing. Like, we are all individuals. We all have our own likes and dislikes. I don't feel like, and I'm a big believer that opposites attract. So I don't believe that you have to love everything that your partner likes. And who wants to be running up behind a partner 24/7? So that's just how I feel on that. I don't feel like that you have to have everything compatible, but I do feel like that you have to have some similar interests to be able to enjoy to do things together. So yeah. Okay, this is a good one. I had to sip my drink on this. Okay, say, how would you feel about your mate having a close friendship with someone of the opposite gender and hanging out with them one-on-one? Girl, at this age, no. I do not believe in people of the opposite sex I do not believe people of the opposite sex being best friends or hanging out one-on-one at this age. Like I said, I'm 30 years old. People might disagree with my opinion, but I just feel like as human beings, people are attracted to each other. Men and women, we're attracted to each other. I do not feel like, why is it necessary for a male and a female to hang out without their spouses? If you're single, cool, you can have best friends of the opposite sex, but I just don't feel like that it's appropriate. Like, out of respect thing, and I understand like spouses are not always friends with your male or your female friends. I just don't think it's appropriate to hang out outside of your spouse one-on-one with someone of the opposite sex. That's just me though. And like I said, I have friends who think that it's cool. Like my cousin, her boyfriend, he has a female best friend and they hang out together outside of her, and she knows her and they're cool. But that was work for them. That would not work for me. I'm pretty sure it will work for a lot of people, but for me, it's a no for me, dog. Okay, so so the next question is, if your best friend was cheating on their partner, would you tell him or her? And the answer to that for me is yes and no. If I see my best friend man out cheating, I'm gonna only tell her one time. And I'm gonna repeat that, only one time. Number one, because he's not my man and it's not really my business, but as that being my best friend, I feel like it's only right for me to run that past her. Now, what she do with the information is on her. So if I see my best friend man cheating, I let her know, and then she decides to take her man back. From that point on, I'm not saying nothing else, because I've seen the act. I've let her know, she's aware of the act, and she's chosen to make whatever decision that she wanted to make that was best for her and her relationship with her and her man. So from then on out, it's none of my business. I'm not the type of person who's gonna keep running back trying to tell you every time your man does something, because at this point we all grown, and like I said, it's not my business. It's not my business what you choose to do with you and your man. Now, for me, if my best friend seen my man out cheating, I would want her to tell me, and the same vice versa. Let me make the decision on what I want to do in my relationship. And if he constantly do that, I'm the type of person I probably would cut it out anyway. But I would not continuously come back and tell my friend that she got a sorry ass nigga and he said he cheating on her, because then it becomes messy, because you already know the information. First of all, your friend already know what kind of man she got. And then I'm not gonna keep on telling her that I know it's gonna hurt her. And 9 times out of 10, she already know what he's doing anyway. So I would just tell her that one time, and after that, it's up on her whatever she wants to do. Okay, so the next question is, do you not truly know your partner until y'all move in together? And the question is yes. I'm not of the old school who believe in you shouldn't be moving in before you get married and all that type of stuff. Because to me, it does not make any logical sense. Why would I move in with you after we get married and I don't know your living situation? Like, anybody could clean, like when you're dating and you just go over somebody's house, anybody could clean up, spruce up their room, clean up when they know company is coming over. But it's your lifestyle of living when you're not expecting any company of how you truly are when no one's looking. Me, honestly, I gotta give me a trial run. If you live with me, I need to see how you live on a day-to-day basis. How you are with your cleaning, how you are with your hygiene, how are you with your just taking care of your bills, your daily house needs, how are you are with all that. And I feel like personally you cannot see that just by dating someone, staying in separate homes and just coming over and chilling with them 2 or 3 times a week. And spending a night is not the same as living with someone, because when you spend a night, you spend over, you get up, you go do what you got to do when you wake up the next day. They have all day to do what they need to do, especially if they are expecting someone to come over. Just think about it. If you single and you stay by yourself and you expecting your boy, your man, or whoever, your little sneaky link to come through, what you gonna do? You gonna clean up, you gonna make sure you smelling right, you gonna make sure your house is clean, you gonna make sure ain't nothing out that you don't want them to see. And I just feel like that's not showing a true representation of yourself. So me personally, like I said, I'm not an old school. I do believe that you need to spend some time, some longevity. And I'm not saying like no whole year. You can tell within the first couple of months of how someone's living situation is living with them. Okay, the next question is, would you still go into a relationship with your new boo if he told you the reason why him and his ex broke up is because he cheated on her? Okay, so this is a sticky question for me because I feel like people do change. So, and I don't know all the ins and outs of their pre-relationship, and I do not believe once a cheater is always a cheater. I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not gonna say pretty sure, everybody hasn't always cheated or everybody hasn't cheated before, but most people have, especially in younger age. So, I cannot say that I would not date a man who has previously cheated on their previous spouse, because like I said, you don't know what the ins and outs of the situation is, and cheating is never okay. I'm not trying to get no excuse when anybody would cheat, but you just don't know the situations or the circumstance of their relationship, and she ain't you. And I know somebody might say,
well, all men cheat. If he cheat on her, he'll cheat on you.
And that may all well be true. He may cheat on you, but then again, he may not. Some men cheat. They cheat. They suffer the consequences, and they learn the consequences of them cheating, and they realize that they don't want to cheat. They don't want to become that person. They evolve, they grow up, they mature. And the same for a woman. Women may have cheated in the past. It does not mean she's going to cheat on her next man. And people grow up, people mature, when you're young, especially for guys, they want to go out and, live free and do what they see their homeboys doing and stuff like that. So I would not hold it on a man, or I don't think a man should hold it on a woman because they cheated on their previous spouse, especially depending on the age. Now, if you're a little older, I'm gonna say between 27 and 35, or you've been married, you had kids, and y'all was married for a long period of time, or if you was even in a long-term relationship like with your baby mother or anything like that, and you just dogged her out and cheated, baby, it's a red flag. Especially if she was a good woman, and let me say this again, not saying that not being a good woman recommends you to get cheated on, but I'm just saying I think it's levels to the relationship whether or not somebody can accept somebody's past having something to do with what they're doing now, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to hold everything somebody did in their previous relationship based on what they're going to do with me, and that's just me. Oh, this is a good one. They say, is it possible to fall in and out of love with someone? Well, we all know, of course, it's easy to fall in love with someone, but falling out of love with someone, and I have dealt with this in the past, and I do think that you can fall out of love with someone, and not that it's just that you're falling out of love. I really think it's more that you're disinterested, because once you love someone, I think you will always have a certain type of level of love and respect for them. It's just the lust aspect and the interest of wanting to be with them just fades away. It could be behavior, what they're doing. It could be the lack thereof activity in a relationship. It could be all sorts of things that would drive someone interest down to not want to be with somebody no more. And I've known people who's been in long-term relationships, like 5 years, 5+ years, and then you see like they just automatically break up, and then you ask them like what happens, like they're like, oh, it was nothing bad that happened, you know, we just grew apart. And I always wonder, like, what do you mean you grew apart? And it's, excuse me, they always say, well, you know, things slowed down, we grew up, we grew apart, life happens, things change. Who I was when I was this age is not who I am now, and what I like doing then, I don't like doing now. And 9 times out of 10, that's really what it is. Like, the person that you were at the beginning of their relationship, over time, usually people grow, they mature, and sometimes people do not grow and mature together at the same time. Usually some people might like going out and hanging out and being in the clubs with their partner all the time, and then when they get older, they don't like doing that anymore, but their spouse still likes to be in their lifestyle, so they grow apart because their interest is no longer the same. And that's okay. I think that comes with life, and that's usually for younger couples, and I guess that can be with older people too, but I just feel like that's life, that's normal, that's human beings. People grow older, people mature, people have different interests, things in life change for people, and that's okay to grow away from people. You can still love them from afar and just not be in love with them. So how would you feel if your partner had zero drive or ambition to work or do anything around the house? Would you stay with them? Baby, no. Don't stay with nobody who don't want to work, don't want to have no ambition, don't want to help you do nothing around the house. Because then, baby, what are you? You just a maid, baby. You just a maid. No, do not, especially women, my younger girls, don't stay with no man who don't want to work. And to my younger guys, don't stay with no woman who don't want to work. I'm sorry, it is 2022, and baby, rent is high, bills is high, gas is high, groceries is high, baby, everything is high. Don't nobody got time to be sitting around trying to take care of nobody. If you want some kids, baby, just go have some. Just go have some. Don't nobody got time to be taking care of no grown man. Don't no man got time to be taking care of no grown woman. Now, if that's y'all arrangement, if one of y'all agree that y'all don't want the other one to work, then by all means do you. But that needs to be understood. Don't go into no situation which you think that both of y'all are going to be going 50-50, 80-20, however y'all going to be doing, and thinking that the other person is going to work, and then all of a sudden someone else is not working. The relationship is not going to work. You're going to start resenting the other person. It's going to just bring more drama, more problems, more stress. Believe me, baby, I've been there. No. If that man or that woman do not want to work and you had expectations on that partner working, run. It's a red flag, and it's only going to get worse. I'm telling y'all from experience, baby. Run. Okay, and my last question is, guys, how do you feel about having an open marriage? Okay, for me, I do not believe in having an open marriage. I do not like sharing. I don't want nobody on my man, on his body. I do not want none of that. I'm not down with none of that. And for some people, it do work. Now, for me, I'm a selfish person when it comes to my mate. I don't want no other woman on my man. I don't want him entertaining no other bitches. I don't want none of that. Now, I'm not insecure. Like, I don't mind him having female friends or talking to other females, you know, like conversating with other women. But I'm not down with the open marriages. And for some people, it do work. Like, for some people, like, say for instance, if they have like a long distance relationship, say like they partner are gone like 3 weeks after a month for a job or whatever, or they're a professional athlete or a rapper or anything, and if y'all have that understanding that, you know, when you're away that you can do your little dirt, but when you come back home, you know, we're good as long as you don't bring back no STDs, you don't bring home no babies. If y'all have that understanding, then by all means do that. They may work, but for me, that does not work for me. I don't have time for that. I just think when you bring other people into the mix, it just brings for more drama. And I know a lot of people say, well, you can mess around with no strings attached. I do not believe that somebody is going to catch feelings. It's only human nature, and I do not believe that you could be physically involved with someone for a long period of time and not catch any type of feelings. Like, I know men say all the time, oh, she don't mean nothing to me, it's just this and that. That's not true. That's not true. You have some type of attachment because if you didn't, you wouldn't keep going back to the same person. So for me, open marriages do not work for me, never will work for me, but that's just me. Okay guys, that was all the questions I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop down in the comments and let me know your opinions on any of those questions, and give people advice on any of those questions, and let them know what you think they should do in that situation. Until next time, bye guys.